Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good evening. And that's the only, welcoming stuff I remember. Now, you guys are watching the monthly playoff season 3, which is not monthly anymore. It's just playoff season 3 brought to you by Colt Esports. So, it's going to be the first match of the evening. And the casters for this match will be me, Skadiet, and I will be joined by the amazing Blurry Face. How are you, my friend?
Scared, how are you? How are things?
I'm just too happy right now because I'm finally free from all my day works and I am sitting to show us this match. What about you?
Wow, that's great. Well, I'm just chilling at home regular, but not like you on the terrace like last time. So not that privileged. You're a privileged man who casts in on a terrace. So yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, just privileged enough that my neighbors don't come and bang my gate saying, "Who the hell is shouting like that?" Everything else is just
True that.
perfect. So now, without any further ado, guys, let's jump into the draft as we will be having team Russian card on the blue side taking on Know Your Limits on the red side. We're not gonna have the first match that was between Win Oberons and Death Executors, as one of them did not show up on time. The results of that match will be updated in the group, so you as well as our Discord server. So you would want to join both of those things if you want to stay updated for the future cold content. Now let's jump back into the drafting phase. Bloody the Lolita as well as the Uranus band coming in right as the first two bands. So I would say pretty decent bands from both these teams, and there'll be a lot of heroes in the draft that will be open.
Yeah, well, they are taking their chances. They are opening a lot of heroes like Cecilian, Lilia, Valentina, Paulus, Yin. So yeah, well, they can't ban all of them, so they just chose the one which is kind of hectic for them. So Tank Lolly, as the BTK meta, and Uranus EXP is the current strongest EXP laner. So decent bans coming up from both sides.
Absolutely, and Melissa basically wreaks havoc in that goal lane. She can literally bully anyone when she's there, especially with her skill 2 and that the range that she has now. Estes being locked in right away by the Russian card, so they're showing their cards right off the bat that they want to go for a comp that sticks together, that probably sieges properly. And to counter that siege, we have Know Your Limits picking up the Sicilian and are probably going to go in for something along the lines of a healer, maybe Rafaela or a Florin. Or, maybe some hard
No,
tank for Sicilian. Never mind.
no,
Yeah,
no,
he
it's
went for
it's
a Paramis.
Paramis. Yeah, I mean, he does a pretty good job against the Estes, if you ask. Scared. Like, I've seen people trying to counter Estes healing with Paramis, so I like the way Red Side is drafting something new.
Okay. Now we'll have to just wait it out and see how rest of their draft goes. And I will be extremely surprised if they actually decide to go for a Nana, but they're going to go in for a high loss as their pick. Maybe a high loss into the jungle that we saw last time from some other team. I don't remember their name, but they can even put Sicilian into the gold lane if you ask me that. And that would be a pretty decent laning, I would say.
Well, I guess it's the Faramis roam and Hylos going against Esmeralda in the EXP and Cecilian in the mid. That's what I think that's the strategy that they're trying to do it. And
That
it
is
was an
also
XG.
possible.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
was an XG who went with the Hylos strategy, Hylos jungle.
RI Team Next Gun, if I remember. I
Yeah,
was calling them Hexagon again and again.
yeah, that's
Forgive
right.
me.
Hexagon, Pentagon.
My casting career gone. Oh shit. Never mind. Let's jump back into the draft, guys. It's gonna be the Kagura band out along with the Ola. So easy strategies, coming in from both these teams. You're taking away the mage while Ration card taking out the jungler options, but Lancelot was still open. And Know Your Limits have secured it right off the bat. I would say he's a pretty good pick with the amazing burst he has, with the Phantom Execution, as well as with the Sound Rose. But we'll have to see if he'll manage to burst Estes down, because they still need a strong gold laner for their side. They need some damage, some late game insurance, as they'll be clawed in the opponent, as well as the Esmeralda. So Clint, yes, it would be a pretty good option in this match. Plus, he can bully Claude in the lane. So Estes would have to jump in to babysit.
Well, I'm super excited, scared. Guess why?
Why?
I
Okay.
see
Now
a whale
I
pick.
know why you are excited. I know why you are excited. We're gonna see a whale pick. That's why.
Exactly. We were just having a conversation about the whale pick, and there it is. I'm not sure why. Am I so blessed? Whenever I say stuff, half of them, at least 10% of it happens. Like as for this whale pick. So yeah, let's see how they pull this off.
Just please say I'm gonna get a girlfriend real soon, but okay. we'll just keep we'll just keep personal stuff and my self roast aside. Just looking at the draft, Larry, just based on these picks, who do you think has the upper hand?
I guess it's Aadhaar. I'm sorry, ration card.
you you did not do that. You just
No,
did
no,
not do
no.
that.
I accidentally said it. It's ration card because of the Estes pick, the healing provided by Estes. If they engage a lot, in the early phase. Plus, they have Roger to do that snowball and DHS hero for Claude. I mean, yeah, they can try this. I mean, they are pretty strong from mid to late, I would say.
That I'm gonna agree with. Now, with all that, guys, we're gonna jump into the land of dawn. It is going to be ration card on the blue side, know your limit on the red side. Let's see who gets the win. Now, I would say that I'm personally liking the draft of know your limits a little better, just because of the fact that they have a sustained damage throughout early game as well as mid and late game. They've got early game with Hylos as well as Lancelot is going to be the Faramis in the EXP lane though. Um, so
Oh,
yeah, coming back to it, they can actually, decide to invade the jungle of Roger, or they'll probably be having an upper hand on those neutral objectives because we know Lancelot can secure them pretty easily with the Thornrose as well as his retributions. And they've got the late game insurance, Sicilian as well as Bruno.
yeah, that's right. Bruno hits very hard once he scales. Even the same goes for Cecilion. So one of the meta mages right now, Cecilion. So you never know if he gets caught in that Wales combo, of maybe both of them, and that could turn tides of the whole gang, or it could also get a victory for them. So yeah, let's see who does the outplay. Is
Definitely,
it
because at
Ray?
the end of the day, it just matters how many outplays can a player make for their own
Exactly.
team now. Looking at the
Yeah.
current situation, pretty slow game, no early engages coming in, though Hylos will probably be bullied. And look at the amount of damage he's taking on. He will be down for the first blood. Yes, that's going to be Estes taking it away. Bruno jumping in on towards the Roger to stun him into the tower. Will land an extra hit, but that's going to mean that Roger's still gonna survive. Estes with the healing. Now there is probably a pause request coming in from the
Mhm.
side of it's the Russian card.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
yeah, we're still gonna continue with the match. Probably. Okay,
No,
wait,
there should be a pause.
there is the pause.
Yeah.
So
Well,
bloody sorry for that little network issue. We're back again, guys. So we have absolutely no idea for how long we were inaudible. Just look at that vocabulary. Absolutely amazing now.
inaudible.
It's inaudible.
Well,
Yeah, right.
there's some technical issue in your vocab as well, Scare, because of the
Absolutely.
game.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. I will agree. Now, looking at the current situation, Lancelot's gonna take the turtle. The whale comes in, Windstorm landing in. Lancelot with the easy retribution, turtle secure. They're gonna give them a little, advantage, lowering down the goal lead that was developed by the Russian card right in the first minute after Lancelot took the high loss down in that bottom lane. So that still means, Bruno will be having a higher farm, though. Claude is going in for the Demon Hunter sword right away, so he wants to come online as quickly as possible, Blurry.
Yeah, once Claude gets his DHS, he's gonna shred Hylos and the other tanky heroes on the red side. So yeah, Claude is gonna be scary. Also, he can just dive in and disrupt the backline. I guess that's the reason they have picked Claude to probably delete the Cecilion pick, I guess.
I believe so because they're gonna go. They have the full dive-in composition with the Claude, Roger, Esmeralda, who's gonna jump into that back line. Estes will be there for the healing. So they're
Yeah.
definitely gonna play that. Like just jump in, destroy them. I don't think so. They even have, good escape means. Though Claude still has his battle mirror image, but it might get difficult. Though Vale is going to be targeted down, flicker forward, coming in along with the glorious pathway, but he will survive. Retribution's burn damage will not be enough, and Claude will be taking quite a lot of damage. There comes in the holy baptism. No, that's not the holy baptism. It's blessing of the moon goddess Sicilian running away, burning up his flicker. He does not have enough mana now. Roger with the Lycan Pounce will take high loss down as well. So that's an amazing re-engage coming in by the Russian card. Whale survived, and their team got 2 kills out of that. Very.
Wow, that was an amazing front to back gang. I mean, like the healing of Estes. The red team should have just, they should have just gone back since Estes started his healing. Because during his heal, it's kind of, the more damage you deal, I mean, he's gonna obviously heal that much. So unless you have burst potential, then only you should try to, get the Estes out. And if you're not killing him, then probably you are going to lose the game because the early phase of Estes and that heal, it works wonders. And we have seen that many times in M3 by
Yes,
Venus.
that is definitely true. So some amazing, Mountain tournament knowledge you have now. Turtle's going to be secured by Roger. He secures his Wind Talker as well, so he will be much more proactive in those team fights right now. While Lancelot is still building up his War Axe, still not, so he still does not have that item. Even Paramis, he is doing a pretty decent job keeping Esmeralda at the bay, but I probably feel like they'll be lacking some tankiness in that late game when they're going to reach that stage. So they will probably have to just jump with all in, or they'll have to somehow survive the burst that will be coming in from Claude Roger as well as the whale. They will have to avoid that in any case. Otherwise, things will get pretty nasty for their side.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I guess I lost connection. All right, yeah. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I was just saying how know your limits do not have enough tankiness, but look at that amazing burst. Estes still has, he does not have the blessing of the moon goddess up right now, and he has fallen in the team fight as well. Sicilian coming in with an amazing kill though. Roger will take the revenge. He will go in for a double, finishes off Lancelot in the process as well. So 2 for 2 trade coming in. Claude and Estes for high loss as well as Lancelot. I would say that it was a trade that went in favor of the Russian card because they managed to get rid of enemy jungler. The Lancelot, he already has pretty low farm, and dying by the hands of Roger just means he's going to give Roger more farm. And look at him, he's almost on his way of finishing up his War Axe.
Yeah, and the goal difference has not been that much. I mean, both the teams are playing really, really awesome. Like the turrets are there. Like it's just mostly team fight oriented gameplay, I would say. Like, there's no turret push, and yeah, the goal lead is also stable. It's just 500. Let's see what happens at the next turtle fight.
Absolutely, because it's basically a siege comp versus a dive-in comp. So we'll just have to see
Yeah.
how well they execute their plan of action from this point. Because Roger is going to go in for another turtle. Lancelot is there, so he might probably jump in for a steal. Though he is way too late. Goes in with a phantom execution, dodges the Lycan Pounce with his Front Rose. Though High Loss will not survive this gank. He used the glorious pathway, but still it was not enough, though Roger will be taking in quite a few hits. No more blessing of the moon goddess though, and Estes will heal Whale up in that situation. Probably a misclick, but that means it was another perfect engage coming in by the side of Russian card. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Ramis using the flame shot defensively against Esmeralda. He managed to take the tier 1 of the top side, but SMF will probably retaliate from now because they are not in that top lane anymore. Though Bruno takes the bottom lane tier down and Roger punishes him for that, and so will Lancelot fall as it's going to be a double kill yet again. So we can see trade-offs coming in, bloody. Towers for kills.
That's right. I mean, a very good trade-off, I would say. And look at that ultimate by Claude. He
Oh,
just bursted Cecilian and Hylos in the backline. Amazing burst. He
absolutely.
won't
And take,
escape.
yeah, he's gonna die now. He's definitely not escaping. Just trying to buy time for his team as much time as possible. And
That's
they've
right.
lost both the top and bottom lane tower advantage that they just built.
That's right. I'm just waiting to see Faramis in the team fight because all these team fights, Faramis is not there and his ultimate would play, an important role, is what I think. Plus, the red team haven't managed to pick off Vale even once. I mean, that's surprising. Like, Vale is easy to pick off, but he's sitting at 0 deaths and he's probably going with the windmill build by, you know, that the Vale does. Yeah, I mean, there is a windmill build, right? For Bale. You
Windmill
do know
build.
that, right?
I'm definitely not forgetting that now anytime
See
soon.
that.
He goes in with his
See that.
windstorm
That was
as well
windmill.
as windmill. Come on,
Now,
man.
there
Come
might be a
on.
sandstorm build as well as we speak.
Please don't. Please don't. I, I cannot make my two brain cells who are already surviving this work any longer. I need to cast for 3 more matches. Now let's jump
Like,
back into
right,
the
right.
current situation of the game. Esmeralda just burnt up a flicker in that situation, though Hylos is caught quite deep. But look at that amazing sanguine claws as well as the bat impact. Both the teams are losing a lot of HP as the blazing duet comes in. Whale securing a kill on Bruno. Plus one major damage dealer out of the way. But Sicilian takes on Esmeralda. Double kill coming in for your Wind Boy. And that's going to be Bruno taking care of Estes. Cult Altar. Blurry, just like you said, the ultimate of Faram is the Cult Altar made it possible for them to pick off Estes diving inside that tower, as it was Hylos who used the glorious pathway to help Bruno, though the Lord will be started right away by the side of ration card. Know your limits are there. And Lancelot, he probably does not want to mess up his retribution. No, he does. As Roger will be the one securing the Lord. Claude goes in for the blazing duet. That is going to be Bruno taking on Claude. Claude takes heavy hits and he will jump back with a battle mirror image. Cult Altar helping, them survive this one because definitely Lancelot would have
Just our
jumped.
expertise. Yeah,
Yeah,
going to make a
absolutely.
difference.
It surely does, but they need to, properly win a team fight by organizing all their combinations because it's a pretty messed up fights coming in from both these teams, to be honest, because neither the ration card are properly diving in. It's just basically Claude in the middle of 5 people waiting for Estes to heal him up, and then it's Roger trying to, wait and go in for the cleanup. So not a proper targeting. That's what I want to say. Okay. Roger was probably baited way too deep with the Lycan pounce as Lancelot jumped in with the Phantom Execution, though he survived easily, jumping back into his humanoid form. Cult Altar has been used. Lord easily defended
I
by the
can't
side
figure
of
that out.
Know Your Limits. Yeah, go on.
No, nothing. I was just saying someone typed in something, so I wasn't able to figure what was that. But it's all right.
It's
Windmill.
okay. Come on, don't say that again. No, be finished. The Sanguine Claws along with the Paramis's burst damage. That's going to be them chasing away now. There's the re-engage. Justice will fall in the process. Lancelot coming in with the kill. Secure Esmeralda, though, still goes in for an aggressive flicker. Tries to jump in on Lancelot. Gets a double kill while Roger takes care of no one. That was just the ghost. All of those were just the ghost.
Which
So
is going to become the Ghostbuster for ration card.
yes, Roger the Ghostbuster. He probably carries the kit like that as well, that the gun and all he needs is a bag and
Yeah,
pack.
yeah, like Dr. Beast something? No, this is the Pharaoh one skin, I guess. Yeah.
The Pharaoh, I probably think it's the M series skin. I have no
No,
idea.
it's
Yes.
not. It's not, man. It's not.
Yeah,
M
it's Pharaoh. It's
series,
Anubis. Yeah,
he,
it's
he
Anubis.
looks
Anubis.
He looks gold plated, more gold. Like this is just 12 karat gold. M series is 24 karat.
More gold plated than Tutankhamun could ever have been. Okay, I feel like you probably don't know that reference.
Okay, now you know.
No, you definitely don't know that reference, but okay.
Never mind. Do you think they'll be able to contest this lot? The red team.
They have reached 32K gold mark, so their core probably have two of the major items like Sicilian with the Clock of Destiny as well as the LT. They are going in for the re-engage. They are going for the contest at Lord. Let's see what happens. Claude will be finished off by Bruno, but Roger secures the Lord and he goes in. He wants to get that kill on Hylos. He gets that, but the Cult altar is there. So even if they manage to get all of those kills, they will be chased as Varamas finishes off Estes. That's already a 3-for-2 trade in favor of Know Your Limits. That's going to be Lancelot getting another shutdown, secures a kill on Vale. So even though they took the Lord, they somehow managed to even the trade out. Know Your Limits with 4 kills. It's a 4-for-4 trade.
Battle of
Sorry.
Flesh and Soul. Said the Battle of Flesh and Souls.
Absolutely. No way you said that, but okay.
I mean, it's the Faramis Ultimate I was talking about. That was
Yeah, I know. But I understood it in a pretty different manner, and I definitely would not want to say it out loud on casting. But the Lord coming up from the top lane, everyone is back in the arena, so it's basically back to square one situation as they have to defend the Lord while Russian card tries to get at least that mid lane tier 2 out of the picture. There will be mega minions coming in from all those lanes as Miranda with the Falling Star Moon tries to go in for an engage, though Lancelot will retreat. There comes in the Windstorm as well as the Windblade. Sicilian with the Flicker. He has used the Bat Feast already, goes in for the Bat Impact. They have lost top lane inhibitor, and now it's going to be Ration Card working on the bottom lane as well as the mid lane. They're playing it pretty safe, very disciplined game coming in from their side. They lost the lot. They all decided to, disengage and not disregarding. They're just respecting the damage of Sicilian, Bruno, as well as Faramis.
now probably they're setting up a death push so that the their team might just fall in that. So let's see how it goes for them. It's near the blue buff. Hylos comes in. Okay.
Nah, they just he
Nah.
just scouted out that position. Yeah, that's pretty good. A smart move, I would say. Not engaging on the highlights
Yeah,
because you could just cast the revitalize and glorious pathway.
that's right.
And the heroes on the side of Rashankar, they're more of skill based heroes because they have to wait for the cooldown. Apart from Esmeralda and Roger, who can just spam their basic attacks and skill 1, skill 2, but Faramis will probably be taken down, chased so deep by Esmeralda, and she will come out surviving all of that. Sicilian casts his Bat Feast as well for the disengage, but that's going to be Esmeralda picking Faramis off. He went in way too deep for that, to be honest. But I think it was okay because the Lord is coming up, and that's gonna give Know Your Limits a disadvantage in the Lord pit.
That's Esmeralda is also, quite farm. She's going 5-on-5 with 11.7k gold, the highest in her team. So yeah, she can tank that much. I mean, not to deny the fact she's so fat.
Yeah, but
Item
not at the
wise.
stomach area. Okay.
Item wise, I said. I knew you would
That
go in that direction.
man of culture. Okay, that's gonna be another Lord secured by the Russian card yet again. Do you think it will be a solid defense from the side of Know Your Limits,
Yes,
or it's gonna be
yes,
Russian card
yes.
who'll be getting the win?
They have that cult thing, I mean the ultimate of Faramis. So they can
Yeah, the
defend
cult
with that.
altar. Yeah. Plus, they have reached the 42K gold mark as well. So all of their cores will be having 3 of their items. All they need are situational items. That's not so important, but yeah, for defending the road, I feel like they've got enough resources as well. But we'll have to just wait it out and see if there's any misplay or mispositioning coming in by anyone from Know Your Limit. um, Russian Guard will take a massive advantage for that. Like Lance Lord is quite low in the HP. They did manage to finish Lord off pretty easily, and that they're gonna work upon that mid lane inhibitor. But the glorious pathway coming right in perfect possible moment. They managed to defend it as well. That's a solid defense.
There's one thing that I just wanted to mention. The wave management wasn't quite efficient because all three waves didn't crash at the same time. That's the reason
Whoa!
both managed to defend.
Absolutely,
Feel
and
those
that's going
damage.
to be know your limits re-engaging. Look at that amazing burst coming in by Whale. They managed to finish off uh, Bruno. I'm sorry, he managed to finish off Estes as well as Claude. That's not Estes. That's Esmeralda. As well as Claude in that team fight, and now they're gonna go on the offensive. Will probably try to get at least one or two towers out of that big win from their side. Bruno with the amazing burst. Let's see his build. He's got the Berserker's Fury Scarlet Phantom as well as the Malefic Rivalry.
It went on the side of the critical node, and yeah, that's the build that he should go. He's gonna deal a ton of damage, including the Wind Talker for him to save from Claude's ultimate or probably Rogers. So if he manages his position in the backline, trust me, he's gonna shred a lot of people just with those balls. The football.
You did not make it better, but okay.
Come on, man. I mean, why do you have to relate in that direction? I mean, I'm talking about Bruno as the character, but it's all right. We all get the point.
Okay,
Bruno is
okay.
fun.
Yes, absolutely. He is fun. Not gonna deny that. But you actually said that it might be a 20-minute match, and it definitely is a 20 minutes match. We've already seen three lords at this point, so I feel like the advantage is finally shifting in favor of know your limits at the end of the day, because they've got the Sicilian, they've got the Bruno as well. Esmeralda trying to jump in, not quite tanky as she's being bursted down half her HP. Whale going in for the Windstorm Blade, just catching high loss in that, and that's going to be Roger into the backline. Will try to run away, but will be taken down by Sondro's. Immortality has been popped up. Estes blessing of the moon goddess could not do anything while Esmeralda jumps in that backside. It's going to be Bruno's ghost actually trying to get some kills. Phantom execution missing. Thornrose connecting, not enough damage. Now Lancelot will have to run away. As Falling Star Moon connected yet again. Esmeralda still chasing the Lancelot. That is going to be the death of him as well. 2 for 2 trade after such a messed up team fight. Vale and Esmeralda both are trying to run away from Faramis, and he will be bursted yet again by Vale. And Sicilian will have to retreat because he needs to manage that top lane way. But that's a big win coming in for the side of the Russian card.
So long fight. Esmeralda, she's way too tanky and he's just soaking up so much of damage in the front line, and that gives the opportunity for Vale to, position himself and give the windmill ultimate.
Absolutely, and that's going to be the re-engage coming in by the side of Know Your Limits. The Lord will again be secured by Roger. This guy has been on point clause with those retributions, and at the end of the day, it's going to be a 3-for-1 trade in favor of the Russian card. Yet again, they just lose Whale in the process, so they still have enough members to actually take that crystal down if Lord spawns. So he will spawn in almost 10 seconds from now. So it might be possible. Another defense, Bloody? Do you think it might be possible? Because Sicilian will
Yeah, it is
barely
possible.
make it in time.
Well, it depends if Hylos spawns. I guess Hylos won't spawn. He's got 15 seconds and the Lord is marching up. So I doubt, no, they won't be able to defend this. I highly doubt.
Yeah, I guess so. And we've got 169 viewers on YouTube. That's a big win for us. Yay, 169. Let's go, men of culture. Do not leave or no one joins you now. Meanwhile, Esmeralda with the falling Stamon in the backline forces Bruno to retreat and Faramis falls in the process, but he has landed his cult altar in already. And Lord is still quite healthy. Claude gets finished off. Bruno with an amazing burst. Damage. Mid lane inhibitor was taken down. Only bottom lane remaining, but that's still a big defense coming in by the side of Know Your Limits. They definitely are breaking their own limits at this point. The
Yeah.
fourth Lord defended.
Well said, scared. They are breaking their own limit, man. I didn't seriously think that, these guys will be able to defend the Lord, but they managed to. Wow. Their comp is working out for them in their favor, at least to defend.
Absolutely. And the only thing that's gonna matter at this point of time is those item swaps. Like Winter Truncheon for Immortality and then Rose Gold Meteor for Winter Truncheon. Those are the things that are gonna matter at this point. So we'll
Right.
just have to wait it out and see. But the only positive thing happening for the Russian card at this point is the top lane mega minion waves that are continuously crashing towards the side of Know Your Limits, because that wave will push itself. They've got those mega minions, and even in the mid lane now, they are gonna have those mega minions. So two waves that will require Know Your Limits attention now.
Yeah, that's right. What do you think the win condition is for the team on the red side? What do you think? A wipeout?
I really, it's basically a win condition for both the teams. They need a wipeout. Both the teams need a wipeout, or at least two kills on two of the main damage dealers. Look at them just waiting in the bush. All of them are just waiting in the bush. They know that they need to take this lord no matter what. This will be the one of the most important lord of this match. It's going to be the fifth one, a pretty fat lord as well. And look how quickly the Russian card are working on that. Sicilian will join in the fight. Hylos comes in for the glorious pathway. They have given the information. He goes in for the blazing duet, bursting down Hylos, but he gains his HP back as he jumps in with the revitalize. And Roger will secure yet another Lord Cult altar has been dropped. Estes is quite low, but so is Roger, and that's gonna be killing spree for Bruno. He is still alive. He wants to go in for the chase. Claude is super low in the HP now. Whale will jump in to try and zone away Bruno. That is a 3-for-1 trade-off in favor of Know Your Limits. No, in favor of the Russian card. Make it a 2-for-3 trade-off. It's still favoring the Russian card. Esmeralda and Hylos in a 1v1. Lord is marching down mid. Bruno has recalled. Finally, he will be the only one who can melt this Lord down. Glorious pathway in a weird direction. Now Hylos will have no healing while running backwards. Bruno still trying to get some damage in. If the Lord reaches the crystal, that's basically going to be it. So Hylos needs to, he has to use his immortality no matter what. It is with the blessing of the moon goddess. Claude targeting the crystal. Faramis jumps in, but that is too late as the game will be taken by the Russian card. Finally, after the fifth Lord. Holy smokes.
That was a very long fight, which started from the Lord and ended on the base. Man, amazing.
Absolutely, man. 26 minutes. Look at that duration. 26 minutes.
That was the fourth one, right?
I believe fifth Lord. That was the fifth Lord. Over
Oh, okay.
defending.
I hallucinated one more Lord extra. Sorry.
No, you mean you did not see one word? Never mind. Never mind. So, what do you think went wrong for the side of Know Your Limits?
Well, they should have, contested the last lot at least. Everyone had their own, everyone had the power spike, the items and everything. They should have contested because the waves were also clear, like the waves were pretty stable. So they should have just tried to get a team fight and managed to steal the lot since they had Fanamis in their team. So Lance should have landed one retribution on that and tried to, get the Lord, and they could have won if they got the Lord. But it's all right, I guess. They might, do it next time.
Plus, the major problem that was created for the side of Know Your Limits was the Esmeralda. They had absolutely no answer to that hero. The way she was diving in towards the backline, forcing Cecilia out of position, forcing Framis out of position, as well as Lancelot, like managing three people at once. That's just an amazing play coming in by
That's right.
Senpai, I believe Mia Senpai or MCA Senpai. I don't know what's that written. I'm
It's Mia
partially blind.
Senpai.
Yeah, it's Mia Senpai. So just played absolutely
What?
phenomenal. Look at that tankiness. That's
Yeah, I mean, she's got
35% damage
anti-heroes.
tank.
Really, that's
Yeah,
that's a lot of
the
tankiness, I would say.
and for that tankiness, let's look at high loss. He has 47% damage tank. That's
Wow,
3,53,000 or
that's high loss.
353,000 in international terms. That's high loss for you. That's high loss to
Yeah,
the sandbag of the match. The one who dealt the most damage will be Claude with 141,000 damage dealt with the maximum tower damage. That's going to be 10k. That was one hell of a game, but finally it's over, guys. You want to stick to the stream as we still have two more matches remaining, and the next one will be of the team that's going to be Ryuga Esports. They'll be on the blue side, and as for the red one, just give me a second. I'm gonna look at that. That's gonna be the Janda Gang. Amazing name. I just like these teams, keeping these unique names, though,
that,
not just
that's
normal one
creativity,
straight forward.
Scared. That's
Yeah, I just like
creativity
that.
at the peak, Like we should also come up with such names
Definitely, we definitely
for the
should.
next
Now,
season.
guys,
For the next season, this
agreed.
season
If
we'll
only I'm
stick
active.
to the ones that I have.
Yeah, I still have a funny name for that, but I'm not gonna announce it on the stream, guys. But you need to make sure to hit that like button as well as the subscribe button, because if you want to comment on our YouTube video, you need to be a subscriber as well. And please hit that like button just for the casters, just for the team, so that they can see how much you support us. Please stay tuned. We will be right back with the second match. that musical countdown, we surely are live on YouTube, guys. So, welcome back for the second match of the evening. It's going to be the Ryuga Esports versus the Janda Gang. I'm just gonna enjoy this match as I've been, seeing Ryuga since they were actually the underdogs in the first time that they came into this tournament. So, Lohawk showing his show, which has been nerfed in, the recent patches, not that are not recent anymore. But for the Chanda gang, it's basically first time I'm gonna cast for them. Bloody Face will be the shoutcaster with me, guys. And for the audience, I'm gonna tell you the caster that is with me is not the same as the player Bloody Face. They're both different. They're both very different. The one that's casting with me is a Franco main. So yeah,
Yes, yes, I am a Franco man, and I'm proud of it. That's great. That's great.
absolutely. That fatty, fat ass hooks. I just said it.
Yes. Did you just say that? No, I didn't
Yeah, I
hear
just said it. I just said it. Okay, now we're gonna jump into the draft, guys. You guys are watching the playoff season 3, brought to you by none other than Colt Esports. Second match of the evening, first ban coming Estes right away.
This really is, an annoying support, I would say, because he provides a lot of heat. So that's a
that
decent ban, I would say.
that is true. Plus the Valentina being banned out again. I've been seeing Valentina, not being left open at all, even though she's been receiving nerves from 2 continuous patches now. She still
Mhm.
is just an amazing mid laner. Sorry, she's such an amazing mid laner that can control the pace of the game with just a skill spam. She can jump into the back line and she can provide in the setups as well by using the I am you. That's the name of her ultimate. Now, Glue will be the final ban coming in by the side of Janda Gang, while Lilia was the ban from the side of Ryuga Esports. That's going to be the Sicily unlocked right away. Real is definitely playing that hero. Lolita is going to be the answer by Janda Gang. And for their second pick, they're going to lock in the Esmeralda. So quite meta picks coming in from both these teams, Blurry.
Oh, and Esmeralda goes hand in hand because Esmeralda absorbs shield. So to deny that pick, they pick for themselves. And yes, Esmeralda is a meta EXP. So good strategies coming in by both the teams.
And for the answer, that's definitely going to be the Uranus. Who, other than Uranus, can answer Esmeralda in that EXP lane? Probably high loss, but Uranus just absolutely amazing pick along with the Kufra. So two heavy frontliners being picked up by Ryuga Esports. Well, so Bloody, even though Uranus is a hero that has quite a lot of shield with his skill too, Esmeralda loses the lane against him.
Yeah, it's because of his the lane clearing spell, the first spell, and most of the Uranus users, if they are going against Esmeralda, they won't take the shield. They'll just take it, for the blink purpose, and they'll just clear the lane and try to dominate. And Esmeralda runs out of mana in the early stages of the game, so yeah, Uranus will dominate Esmeralda in the early phase. But it's a stalemate lane, depends on the gameplay. So yeah.
Absolutely. Though I still feel like that Uranus will be the one who will be having a little advantage in rotation. But jumping back towards the draft, Roger was the pick coming in by Jenda Gang and the banned out Lancelot, reducing the options for that jungle. Kagura will be their go-to mage at this point. So they're definitely going in for a full dive-in composition. I really feel like a Ruby could have been a better pick than Kufra. But still, even a Kufra can do a pretty decent job against a dive in comp. Ryuga Esports, they're going to finish up their draft with their jungler and with the gold laner. Let's see. Popol and Koopa would be a pretty decent choice because Janda Gang are yet to lock in their gold laner. So Popol is a pretty good pick, pretty balanced pick in that regards. Can brick wall that lane and even dominate if there's some late game goal in the enemy, that is the Claude. So we have both the draft blurry. It's a double marksman composition versus a double marksman full dive in composition. Who do you think has the better draft in this situation?
It's a very counter draft for each, like for both the teams. They have picked Claude for the Popol, then they have picked Esmeralda for the Uranus, and then there is Kagura to burst down the Sicilian. So, like it completely depends on the outplay and the early game rotation. So, it's all on the execution, man. The draft is very balanced on both sides. And not to mention, the Chanda gang has, respect banned the Lancelot, which is Silverhawk's, main, like his signature hero. So let's see how this goes off. And not to forget, the Sicilian is the India one Sicilian. So let's see.
Absolutely, it's gonna be Tyrion who'll be playing Sicilian in this game, guys. So you've got the poll in front of you. Please spam it in the comment section as well. Who do you think will win in this match with Ryuga Esports on the blue taking on Janda Gang on the red side? Counter draft, just as Bloody said. And with this, we're going to jump right into the game. Now, both the teams playing it pretty safe. Lolita is going to be babysitting Claude in that lane, definitely, because Popol is going to have an advantage, a slight advantage. So he is being bullied a little bit, but it's fine. He's Popol and Koopa. He'll just, ask his doggo to do its job for him.
Yeah, that's right. But there's Kufra for the backup. Let's see.
Absolutely. I need to stop saying absolutely again and again. One of my friend pointed it out
Okay.
as well. Sanguine Claws connecting. Claude having extremely low HP will use the flicker to jump out of the harm's way while Kufra zones out Lolita. So that is a pretty small win coming in by Ryuga Esports, as Claude will be missing on a couple of minions. Now in the comment
Yeah.
section I can see people saying Janda Gang OP bloody.
Wow. Well, they all have their fans and supporters. So, yeah, let's cheer for both of them. Let's go, Chanda and Rayuga.
Definitely. Now, looking at the top side, it's going to be Janda Gang trying to, gang up on Uranus, or, they're just trying to keep him in check. Esmeralda managed to freeze the wave in her favor. She is going in for a fight. Yi Shen is there as well. There goes in Lolita jumping in with the stun. Yi Shen trying to dash away. Lycan Pounce is not available. Roger goes in. He gets the kill and he's trying to run away. Lycan Pounce will not save his life, and it's going to be Bloody Face securing the return kill on him on a falling star. An amazing one. Esmeralda will force the disengage now. He's a
For the
jungler for a
information,
jungler.
and just for the information, I didn't secure any kill, guys. That's the blurry face time.
Yeah, exactly. This Bloody Face is different. He's a Franco main,
Yeah.
while that Bloody Face is a Kufra main. So you can, see the difference already.
Yeah, you can call me
Just
Franco
kidding, man.
for this
Just
match.
kidding. Just kidding. Yes. I'm gonna call you Franco. Definitely. Oh, Claude was finished off by the Mountain Shocker. Silver Hawk getting a lucky pickup right there. Though Roger's gonna be securing the turtle, while bottom lane gold plating will definitely be taken away by Popol as well as Geese Sunshin. Gonna give them a slight advantage over Claude, but all he needs to do is just clear that wave using the blazing duet for it, as long as he gets the Demon Hunter sword. And the flow of the
He's not
Mhm.
going for the DHS directly. He's went with the boots first. He's completed his boots. Now he's going for the DHS. So, yeah, let's see.
the warrior boots coming in just to defend a little bit of damage that Popol is going on with him. The Popol is throwing at him. That's what I wanted to say. Though I am surprised, Blurry, because with Popol, people usually run with the weapon mastery emblem, while Real is running with a, a killing spree emblem. Weapon mastery just to get in that tower push, a quick tower push. But I
Yeah,
believe
he deals a ton of damage on that emblem. Like one bite from that Popol and Koopa, and you're like half of the HP is drained out. And since I play a lot of Popol, so yes, that's a questionable emblem choice, I would say.
Meanwhile, the fight going in top as well as bottom lane is going to be top one being won by Ryuga, but the bottom one will be won by Janda Esports, and they're definitely going to take some of the tower gold away. Sicilian managed to finish Roger off, but in the bot lane, Kagura managed to finish Kufra as well. As I believe it was Popol. Yeah, right. It was Popol. Okay, top lane, yet another fight. These teams are going in on the aggressive now. Silver jumps in, Lolita with an aggressive flicker will probably be taken down as she went in way too deep. Sicilian with the kill. Kagura gets caught in the Sanguine Claws, dodges. Blurry faces Tyrant's revenge, but will not be able to dodge the burst coming in from Yi Senshin as well as the Sicilian Roger jumping back into his jungle. These fights are definitely favoring Ryuga Esports for now, and they are building up a gold lead. It's not a very huge lead, but still it is of almost 900 gold. No, wait, it just increased to 1100 gold. So finally hitting that 1k gold lead.
Yeah, that's right. And there's gonna be a turtle fight. Let's see if Janda Gang can, place that Janda on the turtle.
And they managed to do it. Silverhawk lost the retribution battle. It's Neha winning that trade-off. That was an amazing play. And look at that. Kagura gets the kill on Sicilian, jumps out with the Rash Umbrella Fleet. Nominon Blast connecting, but it's just for keeping Bloody Face in check. The tank, Kufra, in check.
Yes.
Okay, he gets in, gets a two-man knockup, but will be finished off with that burst damage. And Roger is just trying to get in some damage on that mid lane tower. Uranus finally joining in that team fight. Scythe coming in pretty late, but still never too late. Esmeralda will probably clear that lane. No, Lolita was chased and finished off by Purple. So Claude will be having a free time in that bot lane, pushing that tower. And that might, mean a big win coming in for Janda Esports, because they'll be getting that one lane out of the picture. Finally, the second tower of the map goes down.
Just wanted to point this out, Scared. Did you see Esmeralda and Uranus? They both have gone for the Enchanted Talisman, and now Esmeralda is going for the Dominance Eyes, probably. But Uranus
Yes.
is going for Radiant Armor. Do you think that's a good option?
We'll just talk about that in a bit as Lolita gets taken down. It's going to be Ryuga with the pick off, and they will probably get that tower push in on that top side. Now, jumping back to your question, Blurry, I really feel like Dominance Ice should have been a go-to item for Uranus and then an Athena shield, but he definitely has some different thing in mind. But looking at Kupra with an amazing jump, make sure Kagura gets finished off in the mid lane. The tier 1 gets taken out. Silverhawk coming in with his crits, gets a good shutdown. Roger being finished off. Lolita jumps in yet again. She has absolutely no backup. I really feel like that was not a good move, but she will flicker out of the harm's way using the Nominon Blast. But I really feel like that was a wastage of a resource, as Mountain Shocker revealed the positions of everyone in Team Janda Gang, while Uranus is dominating the bot lane against the Claude, who is yet to make a golden staff.
He's going damage in the backline. He's going 0-2, so let's see. There's the shutdown on Yisun Shin by Kagura's burst damage, and she will be punished for the same by a beautiful Tyrant's Revenge by Kufra. Lolita managing to
Though she cancels out her own Nominon Blast. I am surprised at that. And this time Esmeralda will be chasing Tyrion into his tower, and Tyrion is going to survive that. How did he run away with such a low HP? I can't believe.
You can't underestimate Cecilian's damage. He's pretty scaled and he's going 3-1 with the Lightning Truncheon. So yeah, he scared away Esmeralda basically.
That is true. That is true. But the current situation of the match, Turtle was taken by Roger because of that beautiful conceal by Lolita and the play by Kagura. She literally just walked up to Yi Senshin and used the burst right away to finish him off along with the execute. No, she did not even use execute. Just through the umbrella of skill 1. So that was an amazing play that managed to give Roger a chance to secure that turtle, because it was 31 HP. Bloody, I saw that HP. It was literally 31 HP. Could have gone to any side, but the retribution coming in right on time. Meanwhile, in the top lane, it's going to be Purple bullying Esmeralda. And look at that burst. He will finish her off. Jesus, the damage coming in from Purple after the Blade of Despair and the Wind Talker.
That's a trade-off over there. Uranus for Esmeralda. So, yeah, but Esmeralda couldn't have died. I mean, she probably forgot how Popal has been scaled up, so she kind of underestimated him.
Absolutely, and he managed to get the tier 2 off the top out of the picture while the fight in the jungle went in favor of Ryuga Esports as they managed to pick off Kagura near the blue buff pit while Lolita falls down in the process as well. Kufra with an amazing Tyrant's Revenge coming in. Popal with the double kill. His damage is coming out awesomely in front of Janda Esports for now as Claude and Esmeralda try to clear up those waves. It's definitely a lot time for Ryuga Esports. 3 members down for the side of Janda Gang.
But I'm waiting for Claude to join in the team fights. I haven't seen any ultimate by Claude. The blazing duet in the backline, I'm just waiting to see that. He also has a flicker, so probably in the slot defense. Yeah, and he's scaled also. He's got Wind of Nature, Golden Staff, so yeah, he's all set to go in a team fight.
He's got all 3 core items. Now all he needs to do is just avoid being crowd controlled by Kufra or by Popal and Koopa. Apart from that, he's gonna be pretty amazing if and only if he manages to land in a good blazing duet. That is the Flame Shot trying to secure the blue buff. Bloody Face tanks that. The Kufra tanks that.
Yeah.
Okay, so minion waves mid and bottom are being perfectly managed by Ryuga Esports. Top lane, they've left it open. Now Lord will be jumping in. Lolita using the Norman Blast on Lord. I'm not quite sure why was done, but the Kufra comes in with an amazing Tyrant's Revenge and Tyrant's Rage, and that means it's going to be a 3-for-0 trade. Make it a 4-for-0 trade in favor of Ryuga Esports. They're going to take away the crystal after Yi Sun-shin gets his Maniac, the second Maniac of the tournament. That is a massive win for Ryuga Esports. Talk about finishing things off in style.
That was one heck of a finish with Maniac by Silver. Amazing.
Absolutely, man. I wanted to say definitely, but it just came out unannounced though. But that was an amazing Maniac, Silverhawk, and the setup that was provided with Blurry Face. The moment he saw there's no more Norman on Blast, he just charged up his Tyrant's Revenge and got the rage in with 3 people caught in that skill towards his own teammates. That was definitely the most amazing play of the night that we've seen till now. Now, looking at the statistics of the game, it's going to be Silverhawk with the MVP, 9.8 maximum damage dealt from his team. Popol definitely with the maximum tower push. Uranus will be the sandbag, though. He tanked in quite a lot. 74,000.
That's 35% damage taken. Yeah, well,
Definitely.
it's a hero made up to soak up that amount of damage. So yeah, it's pretty tanky one, I guess. I mean, even Esmeralda did 33%, so close one.
Agreed. So she's going to be the sandbag of the tournament. Yeah, 94k. Good execution, just like you said. So guys, that's going to be it for this match, but make sure to stay tuned as we've got the next match that will be between Team Death Row and they will be taking on Team Purple. Is Game. So Bloody Face will be taking the lead. He has to play the next match. Marcus will be joining me for the next match. Stay tuned as we will be right back. Come back, everyone, for the final match of the evening. This is going to be between Team Death Row on the blue side, and they will be matching up with Purple Isgami on the red side. And for this match, we've got the amazing shoutcaster who is the drummer of his own band, जिसका India tour अभी होने ही वाला है, and that is none other than Marcus. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing really good, bro. Like the way you gave that shout out about my band, I'm feeling really, really good. But yeah, what's gonna make me feel even more good is the match that we have right now, guys. It's Death Row versus Purple Isgami. We've seen some interesting gameplays by both these teams already. They both played really well in the first round, and Purple Isgami beating Kingsmen, who many people thought they were gonna be winning it. But yeah, so it's gonna be really exciting. I'm so eager to see what kind of draft both these teams are going for.
Definitely, man. I'm just so intrigued by both of these teams. Just the presence of these players right here, because I know each one of them is just an amazing person in their specific roles and their specific jobs. I'm just going to enjoy that. The side of Purple is I like to play Kufra as well as Lancelot a lot. So I am looking forward to some bans on those two heroes. Maybe respect ban, because even Kingsmen respect ban Lancelot when they went against Purple Isgami. We'll have to see if Death Row does the same thing or not, because for the side of Purple Isgami, I feel like they might go in for a Kufra ban, to target Bush, because his Kufra is absolutely menace. Or maybe a Lolita, because we've been in that squad, we've been playing with them, and we know how amazing setups he can give with those two heroes. Or maybe a Brody, just as a respect fan for Blurryface. There's still a Valentina to be taken care of, Marcus.
Yeah, the possibilities in the drafting by these teams are endless. As we speak, there's so much. Even for Purple Isgami, we know that Lilia player is really, really good. And same Hex's Kagura is, there's no word about it. It's so exceptional. He can change the game other way around. Like just today, earlier on, he was showing me a clip where he just, made a 1v5 situation. He just picked off 3 people and he won the game for his team. So we know how exceptional player he is. So yeah, the drafting, I'm eager to see respect bans coming in from both these teams.
Absolutely, and for the picks, because since we're still waiting for the match to start, we can actually talk about the picks that these two teams might end up going for, because I feel like it can be another Brody into the side lane if Blurryface decides to go for it, because the goal lane will be lane to watch out for, because we'll be having some intense action in that lane. We might also see like 4 members of both the teams combined on that specific lane, the roamer as well as the gold laner, because we're seeing the meta of babysitting the gold laner into the gold lane, because they are the ones who carry the match after the mid game.
Yeah, absolutely. Those gold lane domination. Each team will be trying to dominate the goal lane of their respective teams. But then it's also on the mages, how fast they wave clear. Then they need to outclear the other mage so they can provide that essential rotation towards that goal lane and probably get an easy pick off. Because with the mage, with the damage dealing heroes, that goal lane is gonna be a menace. It's gonna be a 3v3 with jungler popping by.
100%. Plus, you're absolutely correct on that, because the mid lane control is necessary. So we might possibly see a Lilia pickup, and we can even see Eve, if possible, coming in from Hex in this game. But we have to just wait it out and see, guys. We are in the drafting phase. Let's see what's the first ban gonna be. It's gonna be the glue taken care of right off the bat by Team Death Row. What are they planning with this?
Your team is banning.
That was a surprising one. I totally did not expect a glue first ban. Maybe they have researched their enemies. Maybe they are going to go for a comp that has a weakness in the form of glue. So that totally depends on them. And yeah, we are gonna be seeing that Lilia ban. we know an exceptional Lilia player is there in Purple Isgami who totally killed it in the first game. Let's see what the second ban is gonna go for this side. They've already got rid of the Sicilian. They don't want that late game harassing mates. The Sicilian just slapping everyone in the late game with
Your
his first
team
skill.
is picking.
And they're going to be battling out the Valentina as well.
I am quite surprised with those bans, but yeah, Lilia was definitely a respect ban. Now for the first pick, let's see what Death Row are gonna go for. Probably a purple and Koopa, maybe a Clint. Whoa, what?
Your team
Babyface is gonna
picking.
show off his skills on Clint, and let's see how much he has learned from my Clint though.
That's a good one, kid.
Yeah, I just like tease him a lot because I'm actually a pretty good Clint player with just a very bad luck. Now that probably might be this ML story of every second player who's struggling to reach 1,000 or 2,000. I'm not one of them. Who knows? Maybe I am. But let's jump back into the draft. It's going to be Kagura as well as Kufra logged in right away. So Purple is Gami definitely getting the comfort picks.
Yep, absolutely. We're seeing three mages here in the band section. There's Lilia, there's Valentina, there's
You should
Cecilia.
be ashamed for
They're
your
not leaving,
team.
good mages open here. And the only good mage that was open, which it was the Kagura, and they have to pick it. Kagura avoids so much flexibility. She has a
Your team
purifying
is
skill.
banning.
She can blink. She can deal a lot of damage. She can crowd control as well. So that's really a good mage. Meanwhile, to answer to that question, Pedro have gone for the Rafaela and Eudora in the mid lane.
I feel like Raphael is a pretty good pick because you need the disengage against the dive in comp that Purple Isgami is bringing on the table. That's going to be the Lancelot, Kufra, as well as Kagura. All three of them are amazing dive in heroes, and Raphaela's Holy Baptism can answer all of that along with Eudora. With the ball lightning, she can stun whoever jumps in. So Kufra will not be able to land in a proper Tyrant's Rage, and Kagura will not be able to get her Yin Yang Overturn in. So I really like these two counter picks coming in by the side of Death Row, but for now, we'll have to just wait it out and see what they want to face in the gold lane because Purple and Koopa is still open along with the Brody. Maybe Purple Isgami can go with either of those two heroes.
Yep, absolutely. And they are going to be picking the Uranus. Uranus is such a good hero to bait out those kills towards the late game. He's just unkillable, literally unkillable. And thinking of the Eudora pick, I think they know that Purple is Gami. They love playing the Lance a lot. We did see Kingsman, ban out that Lance as a respect against them. But they have decided not to ban the Lance, but to keep some form of counter with them, and that's where Eudora comes into play. Meanwhile, Ling and Pakito being logged out by Death Row. Pakito on the EXP Ling as the jungler here will be up against. They're here to pick a goal laner, right? So yeah, it should be a MM. Like you said, Skid. Brody was a good option and is a good option. So they're going to be prioritizing Brody over that Popol.
Yes, and I really feel like this is the first time of me seeing Bush on a support. Maybe not the first time, but it's very rare to see Bush on a support instead of a hard tank. And Lolita was still up for grabs though. Even after that, they decided to go in for Rafaela. We're gonna have to see which of these teams actually get the win. So Marcus, a quick breakdown of these drafts, and who do you think will win this match?
Okay, so just looking at the draft, not looking at the person behind the heroes, uh, it's I won't say it's quite a balanced draft because I feel like Purple Isgami has got a decent amount of CC, decent amount of regen, decent amount of damage as well. If you look at Death Row, they rely on those ambushes with the Eudora, but the team fight is going to be hard because they're all squishy. They're not really tanky heroes. Here you have the Uranus and the Kufra. Over there is just the Rafaela who's going to be giving those heals, but it's not as constant heals as it's needed to be in team fights. So it totally depends on the execution. I don't think I have an answer here just based on the draft.
Well, I personally, want to see Death Row winning this match, and not because they're my friends. It's just because of the Demon Slayer emblem that the Ling is carrying. I've been seeing that a lot in MPLs, and now we're gonna see that thing happening in our own Cold Playoff Season 3 that you guys are watching. We are in the land of dawn, guys. Death row against purple is Gavi. Let's see who gets the win. Now, the Demon Slayer emblem. I really like that emblem a lot because, jungle emblem is coming back into the meta. And the damage that is dealt to lords and turtles, it is increased, as well as the turret damage is increased. So it's just an absolutely great emblem for the junglers because they can secure the objectives very quickly with that. Now Link taking the blue and then going in for that camp right away, denying Lancelot his early level 4. That might be possible. So a good rotation coming in from Kaiden right off the bat. And I'm gonna tell you, I just saw the match between Onyx as well as TNC in MPL Philippines. It happened quite a few days ago, but I just saw that today, and I saw how Link jungle dominated the Lancelot jungle in that regards. I'll be looking forward to this game for sure because at the end of the day, it's going to depend on how well the mages and the goldener play it out.
Yep, absolutely. Meanwhile, Lancelot trying to invade here amongst 4 people of Death Row. Death Row, they know the threat is here. They've all come here. They are going to be trying to get that kill on Landscape takeover.
Absolutely, and it's going to be Lancelot jumping out of the harm's way with his dashes and stealing away the orange buff of Kaiden. So no more level 4s. You take my green creep, I'm going to take your orange buff. That's a massive blow coming in for Death Row right at the 2nd minute of the game. Smart rotations coming in from Fate, and now he'll probably be having priority over that turtle. Kaiden needs to go in for his blue buff as well, while Lyrinus is just sticking in that bush. He jumps in, tries to steal the go crab away, but will not be able to manage that. But look at the bot side. First blood drawn on Bloody Face, taken out on apart memory for the kill. They're gonna pressurize his lane, and let's see if his team is actually taking any objectives in the top side. No, Kagura goes in for the flame shot, gets the kill. Eudora taken out of picture. Uranus as well as Kupra there to help her survive. Link goes in for the Tempest of Blades, will try to dash in, but that's just a Kufra. You cannot kill him so early into the match, and now Fate has decided to jump in as well. Well, just go in, take the turtle by saying "Itadakimasu." That means ready. Time to eat. Oh, Bloody Face taken way too long. Look at the level difference, Marcus.
Damn. Brody's got like a 2-level lead on Blurry there in the goal lane. I think they have to be focusing on that. And yep, they did shut down that Brody, and now Clint is going to be trying to take that farm, trying to chunk down that goal turret. You can see how Brody has just literally taken every single goal out of that outer turret and almost got the turret to half its HP. And Skate, you were discussing the jungler emblem on the Ling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like yeah, go on.
Yeah, you go on, please. I was just waiting for your opinion on that.
Yeah, so the thing is, that emblem, it totally depends on the type of jungler that's using it, because usually Killing Spree is like a good emblem because it provides the movement speed boost. It gives some HP as well, like, it makes you sustain longer in fights if you're getting the kills. And that's going to be really important for a jungler in the team fight. But a jungler like Ling, who can just go in and out, who can just jump across the wall, that emblem is going to help a lot.
Oh, did you really did miss that Yin Yang over in the top lane, which Kagura managed to secure a kill on Bush. And that was a massive pickoff and a massive blow coming in on Death Row by Purple Isgami. Pakito goes in for the KO punch, misses the second one, and Fate is just going to steal away the blue buff off Link. There is no Tempest of Blades available for Kaiden, so he will have to retreat, and that is another big win coming in for Purple Isgami as the winning in the goal lane as well as in the jungle. And yes, I will agree with you that a hero like Ling, he can definitely use the jungler Demon Slayer emblem. I just so like saying that name. Did you see the Demon Slayer new season though?
No, not yet.
You should see, man. You're missing out on a lot, but let's see. We don't want to miss out anything in this match as Bloodyface trying to get in some damage on. Okay, I'm gonna say his name. Sex Machine. I just said that. Oh, okay. Buff not stolen. Buff not stolen. He still has his orange right now, but he needs to manage his energy as much as possible. Okay, that's going to be an amazing burst damage on Blade by the hands of Lancelot. He will jump back in to secure the turtle. Blue buff of Kaiden will be coming up in about 40 more seconds, maybe. You know, the only thing that is going to hurt the side of Death Row will be their tankiness, as their only major frontliner is basically the Fajito. Lancelot goes in for the Thorndoors along with the Phantom Execution. That's going to be a flame shot for the kill secure. Smart, cheeky play coming in by Kagura, and she goes in for the yin yang overturn. Eudora was finished off as well. Though Kai then manages to secure his blue buff finally, but at what cost? They have lost 2 people while doing that, and they are in a 5k gold deficit. Look at that, Fakito being bursted down. Brody gets a killing spree. Kufra with a massive Tyrant's revenge. I really feel like, you know, giving away Kufra and Lancelot was not a wise decision coming in by Death Row. That is a very good holy baptism, but Fate will run away. He will use his Phantom Execution to jump out of the harm's way. Marcus, do you think it's pretty difficult to see any way of Death Row coming out of, you know, the situation that they've put themselves in? They're struggling in the jungle. They're in a gold deficit of almost 6,000 at this point. How will they manage to get back in this match? They've not yet taken a single tower.
Yeah, it's gonna be, you know, a really huge mountain to climb for them. As I said, you know, during I was discussing it during the drafting phase, that I keep forgetting the name of the other team. Purple is Gami. They got the tankiness. And one more thing to notice here is that, you know, Death Row, they don't have that range. They don't have a range. Every hero is like a close range hero, and they're more of a pick-off type than a team fight type. So they will be hesitating those team fights. So it's going to be really hard for them, you know, to come around to engage, because everyone is just close range.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. And Lancelot just flexing his skills, and that flex has costed him his life as he gets picked off in the mid lane tier 2, but not before the team managed to steal away the blue buff of Ling. So that's one good thing coming in. Look at that amazing burst damage of Brody Aegis, saving the life of Bush right there. He needs to build an anti-cuirass to counter the damage from Brody, and he probably is going in for, I believe, the Oracle at this point. I really feel like it's not a go-to item for him, though. Eudora goes and flicker forward, but look at that amazing Tyrant's Revenge and Rage coming in by Sex Machine. That's gonna be Kaiden trying to chase Brody away. Retribution for the kill secure. No need for energy. I'm just gonna finish you off. Flicker, Tyrant's Revenge, and that's gonna be Tempest of Blaze. A good knock-up. He will run out of the harms after securing that one kill. Though Uranus wants to change that. He wants to go in for the invade, but he will not manage to stop Kaiden from running away. Man, that was one hell of an escape coming in from Kaiden.
Damn, I was wondering, you know, if he'll be able to pull it off or not. He had enough energy. I was expecting, you know, like an early wall dash, but then he decided to use his ultimate to just knock them up and, you know, escape in a more secure manner. Meanwhile, Uranus being picked off right here. It was a 5-man death row, just, you know, using their skills to just burst down that Uranus, and they did. But did Purple is Gami get the lot though?
Yeah, they got a lot. Pretty easy one, I must say. And he will be coming in from that top lane. And while he charges towards the base of Death Row, Uranus will respawn. So it's going to be a full 5v5. Make it a 6v5 situation because of the Lord. Now, Aiden trying to secure a kill was bursted by Lancelot right away. No Tempest of Blade available. So he will not be able to jump towards the backline pretty easily because he has been denied his blue buff multiple times. And look at that, they've not cleared the small camp, therefore the blue buff will not respawn. That is another major blow to Death Row. Marcus, quick guess, do you think they'll be able to defend it?
I mean, it's 11-1 Lord. I think they should be. They even got the passes of the turrets, right? So as long as, you know, they don't overcome it and just play it safe, I think they should be able to defend this one.
Okay, Brody goes in for the torn apart memory. Will be bursted down by Paquito. Uranus coming in from the bottom lane. Is pretty late in the party and has taken a lot of tower hits to get his HP. Tempest of Blade. Meanwhile, Lancelot in the back line gets the phantom execution. The Rafaela with the double kill, securing the Lancelot kill as well from her passive. So that's one good thing working out for Death Row. Their mid lane is still standing, but it's basically one basic attack away from a marksman. The mid lane minions are jumping in as well. Unitas will easily take that tower for himself. Just one inhibitor out of that massive Lord tag. Though Death Row have managed to survive, so they still have a few more, minutes time to actually get back in this game. Kagura missing the yin yang overturn, not deciding to commit fully, especially against the Paquito, playing it pretty safe. That's a smart play. The Eudora has got some burst damage.
Yep. Purple is Gami should watch out for those, the camps that Eudoras can do and just get a pick off pretty easily. But right now, it's just one inhibitor remaining for Death Row, and every turret still stands for Purple Iskami. So it's gonna be really, really hard, But the Ling is playing quite good though. He's just diving in when he knows he's gonna get a kill, and he's somehow able to escape all the time. He's got zero there, so he's doing a good job there. I think he should start split pushing as well because as long as he don't try to sneak out, get some turrets, they won't be having much chances of coming back.
Yeah, you need to create some lane pressure with the hero such as Ling. Even though you do not have your blue buff, just jump towards on a couple of walls, travel that distance and get that split push in because you're a Ling, you can do that. But for now, things seems to be difficult as it's gonna be another Lord being easily taken by Purple Isgami. They're gonna, take it uncontested while Ling just tries to go in for some camps which are basically not there. They have to try and defend the base yet again. They have reached the 32k gold mark, so all of their cores will be having made the main two damage items, but we have to wait it out and see. And it's the EXP difference that is going to matter at this point. Level 15 Lancelot, level 13 Kaugura, 14 Brody. It's going to be a massive blow on level 11 Clint, level 12 jungler, that is Ling. Now they are charging in the base. Kagura is quite low. Ling goes in and amazing fast Tempest of Blades. He will secure a one kill on that with the torn apart memory. Managed to get two. That's going to be a shutdown. Lancelot gets third person and they will manage to get the crystal as well. Purple is Gami coming out on top in that win. Marcus.
Victory!
Damn, Purple is Gami really showing, that they've come prepared here. Even the first game against Eastman was pretty good, and this one was like a total domination. I kind of feel the draft fell off for Death Row in this match. I think they could have done better with the draft. They did not have any range. They were all having, they were pick-off based hero rather than team fight based comp, and Gami just exploiting that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna agree with you on all those points. So that was a great game for Purple Isgami, and unfortunate defeat for Death Row. But those plays, man. Brody went with a Blade of Heptases as his first item. That was the reason why he dealt, the damage that he dealt with just his skill one. I did not expect that.
Yep.
But things turning out in their favor. Uranus played pretty decent, just held on to his lane. Kufra with those amazing knockups as well as the ultimates where Lancelot dashing in, jumping out, securing the bits and pieces, and Kagura's yin yang overturn. Death Row could not answer that back. They did get a couple of pickoffs, but it was basically way too late by the time they managed to do that. So that is basically going to be it, guys. That was the final match of the evening. Purple Isgami getting the win, and for Death Row, the journey has ended in season 3 for now. But for you guys, the information should not end. Therefore, to gather more information about the future projects of Colt Esports, you definitely want to join our Discord server. The link is in the description, and you can visit our website for more information about the projects that we have completed and the projects that we will start, the upcoming projects. So The link of the website is in the description as well, or you can just type in www.coltesports.com, click on enter, and you're gonna see our amazing feeds. So that's gonna be it for this night, guys. This has been an amazing evening. I'm your caster Skadiet with